Coleen Rooney's tearful jungle reunion leaves fans in tears, and Wayne's name pops up everywhere. I'm A Celebrity fans were left reaching for the tissues during Friday's emotional episode as Coleen Rooney had her heartwarming jungle reunion with her family. The tears were flowing faster than the camp's water supply when her mum Colette made a surprise entrance. Coleen, 38, was so overcome with emotion that she practically sprinted into her mum's arms, exclaiming, "I don't want you to leave me now." Well, Coleen, we don't blame you. Who wouldn't want to have their mum close by when the jungle is filled with bugs, mud, and occasional mysterious snacks? But wait, the surprises didn't stop there. As Coleen was still wiping away her tears, she heard a little voice shout "boo" from behind her. She whipped around to see her youngest sons, Kit, 8, and Cass, 6, charging towards her for an emotional cuddle. It was like a scene straight out of a rom-com, but with more dirt, fewer kisses, and a lot more "Mum, you stink." Kit wasted no time throwing some classic sibling shade, casually declaring, "She stinks," as he gave her a big ol' hug. But then, as if to make up for the cheekiness, Kit dropped a bombshell, "I won city." Naturally, Coleen's eyes sparkled, "Brilliant. Did you score?" And with a grin that could rival any footballer, Kit nodded. "I'm crying because I'm happy," Coleen said, wiping her eyes as her heart melted faster than an ice lolly in the jungle heat. But before she could fully compose herself, she gave her mom and two boys a whirlwind tour of the camp, including a visit to her comfy jungle bed, which, let's face it, probably felt like sleeping on a bed of nails, and, of course, the dunny. Cass even tried on her jungle hat, but unfortunately, there's no hat for every occasion when it comes to the jungle. Still, it was a nice touch. After a tearful goodbye, Coleen told the boys it was only a couple of days left until Christmas. Well, that's the light at the end of the jungle tunnel, isn't it? Meanwhile, Danny Jones was also holding back tears during his reunion with his wife Georgia and son Cooper, 6. "I'm really excited to see my dad," Cooper declared, practically bouncing off the walls. George added, "He's been doing amazing. He said he wanted to make you proud, and we think he's achieved that." And just as Danny turned the corner to see them, he nearly dropped to the ground in shock. Dropping to his knees, he gave them both a huge hug as tears welled up. "Are you crying happy tears as well?" he asked his son, clearly overcome with emotion. In the midst of all this touching family bonding, Cooper cracked a classic dad joke, "Luckily, you haven't been voted out yet." Danny, still blinking back tears, responded with a grin, "Have you been telling everyone at school to vote for me?" And when Cooper gave a cheeky nod, we all collectively realized that this is probably the most adorable campaign manager in history. As Danny gazed at his family, he mused, "Honestly, this place is an amazing place, even though it's been challenging. It makes you realize how much you love people, and it puts stuff into perspective." Cooper, not letting go of his dad, sobbed, "I don't want to let go." Ah, the true meaning of family. Who needs a bush tucker trial when you've got these kinds of heartstrings being pulled? And then there was G.K. Barry. When the TikTok star saw her mom Loretta sitting by the creek, her reaction was priceless. She shrieked, welled up, and shouted, "Do I smell?" Apparently, nothing says "I missed you" quite like the classic "Do I smell?" greeting. But the best part of the reunion wasn't just the tears, it was when GK said, "But you and the Rev, everyone's talking about you and the Rev." Ah, the I'm A Celebrity gossip mill is alive and well. "Has a very calming influence on you," GK added, as if the Reverend was some sort of jungle guru. And as the pair chuckled about one of their more interesting conversations, GK's mom joked, "Did you really have to talk about scissoring?" Yep, folks, the jungle brings out all the juicy details. Meanwhile, Reverend Richard Coles seemed to have found the ultimate escape route from the chaos of the jungle, a camping trip in Bognor Regis. "Great," he said, genuinely delighted, when Will told him that they would be heading there after their jungle stint. It sounds like Richard's future plans may involve less mud and more seaside relaxation. In another touching moment, Will gushed, "Seriously, we are really super proud of you," to which Richard awkwardly replied, "Don't say that, that's embarrassing." Will, ever the supportive sibling, responded, "Don't be embarrassed, let yourself be showered with love and glory and all that malarkey." Honestly, what a guy. But the real heart melter came from Oti Mabuse's reunion with her husband, Marius. He gifted her a piece of clothing her daughter had worn the day before, and Oti couldn't contain her tears. "This is the perfect gift," she exclaimed, hugging it like it was a precious gem. And as if that wasn't enough, Marius also revealed he had bought her a new ring to mark their 10-year anniversary. Odie was beyond excited, already planning to wear it for the rest of her jungle stay, because if you're stuck in the jungle, you might as well accessorize, right? After a whirlwind of emotions and a tearful goodbye, Odie declared, "This is exactly what I needed to spur me on until the end." "Well, Odie, looks like you're almost there!" Finally, G.K. Berry's shock exit from the jungle came with a kiss from her girlfriend Ella Rutherford on the famous bridge. "I can't believe I've looked like that on national TV for several days," she said, clearly regretting her jungle chic look. "It was worse than I expected. I thought it would just be tanning and having a good time. That was hell. But hey, at least she got to share a kiss with her partner, right? Sometimes, it's the little victories." And that's a wrap on this week's emotional roller coaster. Stay tuned for more tears, hugs, and jungle drama as we continue down the path to the finale.